What's up, everybody? It's me, your boy, Tess Reacts. So, I am going to be doing a new series where I specifically discuss queer happenings of the week. I'm going to try and do this once a week, but as I've said in my past videos, I upload when I can, when I have like the mental energy to do it. So, we're going to talk about a couple things in this video today. We're going to touch on Elliot Page. We're going to touch on Demi Lovato. We're going to touch on Lil Nas X, which is what I'll be spending the bulk of my time talking about. And we're going to touch on some other queer happenings that have been going on in 2021. So I want to start with Demi Lovato. So big congrats to Demi Lovato. Welcome to the Tehn team. We have cookies. Okay, we have treats of all kinds. Welcome to the Tehn team. It's great to have you. Demi Lovato interview, I think it was a week or two ago, where she was talking about how she always felt that with men, being sexual with them wasn't as, she didn't enjoy it as much as with women, her words. And everybody on Twitter and all the fans jumped and were like, oh, she's a lesbian. She's a lesbian. And I was like, why do you immediately jump to saying she's a lesbian just because she said that she doesn't exactly enjoy sex with men? That was a leap. And I wonder why everybody leaped like that. But from her mouth, she says she's pansexual and she's attracted to all kinds of people. So big ups to you, Demi Lovato. You are appreciated. Now, let's talk about Elliot Page. So I recently read today that Elliot Page got top surgery a while back. And congratulations to Elliot Page is really all I have to say about that. So happy for him. Living his truth, being himself. Like, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And I stan Elliot Page until he gives me a reason not to stan him. So, congratulations, Elliot Page. And I support you. Okay? Some other queer happenings that have been going on in 2021. We've had quite a few different people come out of the closet, if you will. If you want to know about said people, I suggest I'm going to link a website that I check with the 13 people who have come out in 2021 so far. So go read it. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but 2021 is starting off with some great gay news, people coming out the woodwork. We love to see that, especially public figures coming out and showing representation. So now let's talk about the biggie. So I'm going to be giving a perspective on Call Me By Your Name by Lil Nas X from an ex-Christian's point of view. Now, don't think that you know what I'm about to say. Because what I'm actually about to say is that I thought that the video was a little bit short. I wish it had been longer. God, I wish the video had been longer. I wanted to see more. He ate that the fuck up. I wanted to see more. He did the shit. He ate it the fuck up, and I needed more. I just needed like 10, 20 more seconds. But I got my life watching that video. Oh my God, I got my life watching that video. And as an ex-Christian, didn't find anything offensive about it. Because the video and the message that he's talking about was not made for you. He did it for the gays and the days and the NBs. He did it for us. He did it for us. Y'all always got to be involved in some shit. Like Christians, y'all just gonna have to deal with the fact that it's not all about you. Okay? It's not all about you. some of the biggest gripes with the video is specifically the hell part of the video, and Lil Nas X gives Satan a lap dance, and people are just up in arms about it because apparently he's trying to infect kids by pushing homosexuality and devil worship. At one point, did Lil Nas X say he was a devil worshiper? Okay, never. And if he was, who the fuck cares? First of all. Second of all, y'all are responsible for what your kids watch. The video was not made for kids. There's some sexually suggestive things in the video. It's not made for children. It's made for adults. Grown-ass adults. Okay? So what do you mean he's trying to push an agenda on your kids? You don't want your kids to watch a super sexual video. You shouldn't have them watch a super sexual video. Like, it's that simple. You are in charge of what your kid watches. Like, it's not Lil Nas X's or Cardi B's or whoever else job to parent your children, okay? That's your job. So stop getting mad and talking about they're trying to infect the kids. It was not made for kids. Second of all, the video, the Christian imagery or the Christian aspect is just being used as, one, he's trolling, and it's just being used as an allegory. That's it. That's all it's being used about. Okay? And the fact that people really take the video as like a war on Christianity just shows how narcissistic and cult-like Christianity is. Like, the narcissism. Like, this man is telling his own personal story using the idea of heaven and hell, God, angels and demons, and God and Lucifer, strictly to tell a story. That's it. That's the only thing he was doing. And somebody said something great on Twitter. They said, Christians have been saying that the sinners will go to hell for years, you know? And now that people don't give a shit, now they're like, oh, that's not good. Haven't you been condemning us to hell for like ever? Haven't you been condemning us because of who we are, like ever? For like forever and ever? And so Lil Nas was like, okay, I'll go to hell. And y'all still mad. There's like no winning. That's the thing. There's like no winning. Like, I'm gay. You tell me I go to hell. We decide we want to go to hell. All of a sudden, that don't work for you either. So what do you want? The video was visually stunning. It was beautiful. And if you've ever felt judged and mistreated because of your sexuality or because of something that makes you different, you pretty much understood what was being talked about. Lil Nas X himself has talked about how he fought against being gay forever and was taught to hate himself. And now he's at a point where he loves himself and he's happy to be the person that he is, you know, which is beautiful because some people don't get to reach that point, you know, and it bugs me that people just are trying to make it something that it's not. Like, it's not. I doubt Lil Nas X was like sitting down like, you know what I want to do? I want to attack religion in this video. That's what I want. I'm just making this video for shock and awe. I'm not trying to tell a story or anything, which if that's what he said, if that was what he was thinking, like, who cares? But if you like, I've watched multiple interviews of him speaking about Call Me By Your Name. I've heard the song before I watched the video. Literally, he's just telling his story. He's telling his story. He's owning and embracing who he is. And yeah, he's trolling a little bit. Yeah, he's known to troll. But it's not just that, okay? And, you know, I'm tired of saying this, but if Lil Nas X was black, y'all would not be coming at, I'm sorry, he is black. If Lil Nas X was a white man, y'all wouldn't be coming at him like that. Y'all would not be coming at him like that. Y'all would not be so shocked by it if he was a white man. If he was like a skinny white gay boy, conventionally attractive gay boy, y'all would not come for him nearly as hard. But because he's a black man, you know, a confident, self-assured black queer man who's having a good time and living his dream and making music and just living his best life, y'all are mad. Like, people don't like to see black boy joy, but they definitely like to see black queer joy. And that's of all over the place. But they definitely don't like to see black queer boy joy. Oh, they hate it. They hate it. And like the first thing, I've been all but avoiding watching videos from black Christians specifically about this, because it's just riddled with bullshit. It's just going to be riddled with bullshit. They're going to pull things out of their ass and warp the message to fit their narrative that Lil Nas X is has a war on Christianity and is trying to push homosexuality. Here's what I don't think people get. We're not pushing homosexuality. What we're doing is saying it's okay to be who you are. That's literally all queer creators across all medias, forms of media, me, like Lil Nas X, Haley Kiyoko, Grace Jones, like I could go on and on and on. Like, they just want you to be able to be comfortable in your skin. That's all we want. Ain't nobody pushing homosexuality. I did safe zone training the other day, and I am going in training to be a teacher, secondary education teacher. When I'm in the classroom, I'm a queer person. I'm a trans person. I'm not pushing my queerness and my transness on anybody. I'm just teaching them a lesson. You know, I'm just putting an activity together and trying to teach them a lesson and have them do an activity and have a good time. That's all I'm doing. I'm not pushing anything on anybody. You know, I do my job. I'm a queer person. I'm a trans person. But I don't push anything on anybody. He's not pushing anything on anybody. He's living his life. But that offends so many people because this man has decided that he's not going to hate himself. He's decided he's not going to hate himself. So therefore, he's bad. And he's a Satan worshiper all of a sudden. And he's attacking Christianity. And he's attacking good moral values. Like, get out of here with that. Aren't y'all sick of having that stick up your butt? Aren't you sick of it? And yes, I know, not all Christians. There are plenty of Christian queer people. There are plenty of Christians who saw the video and said, they didn't have an opinion. Or they liked it. I know that. So this isn't an attack on Christianity. I'm just sharing an opinion about some of the things I've seen about the backlash towards Lil Nas X and the beautiful Call Me By Your Name video. The video was amazing. The looks were amazing. The song is great. You could see how confident and and how he just embraces all of who he is in that video. And I'm excited for this era of music that he's putting out. I'm oh god, I'm super excited. I'm so excited. So that's really all I have to say about Lil Nas X. Love you, Lil Nas X. Love what you're representing for Black queer people. You're out here, you're living your life. And like big ups to all Black queer artists, singers, dancers, educators, activists out there doing the damn thing. Y'all are doing the damn thing. And I appreciate y'all. And I look up to y'all so much. And I mean, that's really all I can really say about it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now to end the videos is I'm going to I'm going to list a couple things and I'm going to give a recommendation for said thing. So music, queer musicians that I'm really into right now. Ashnikko, love Ashnikko. She's my new obsession. Of course, Taylor Parks. Love Taylor Parks. Oh my God. I love Coping Mechanisms. It's a great album. If you haven't listened to it, I suggest you go listen to it. It's really, 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 really good. Of course, Conan Gray, but I've been a fan of his for a while now. And I still listen to a lot of King Princess. But in terms of Ashnikko, definitely check out Deal With It. That's like my favorite song of hers right now. And also Fuck Me in Shibuya from her first EP, which I listened to the whole EP and I did a little review on it that I'm going to put on my music blog pretty soon. But love it, love it, love it. TV shows. I'm not watching any queer TV show or web series right now. But I know that a TV show, a web series that I like, Queering, will be having a season 2. So I will be watching that. Movies. So queer movie recommendation. I have not watched a lot of queer movies in 2021 yet, but I plan on watching a lot more. Recommendation that I can think of is Straight Up. You can actually find it on Netflix. It's a really, really good film about sexual identity, romantic orientation, and relationship styles. And I really liked it. An anti-recommendation, and I hate to do this because there were so many things about the movie that could have been great, but it just failed. So Bit came out in 2019 and people have lauded it as this great feminist vampire movie. I watched it. I personally think that they just missed the mark. It started off pretty good. And then by the end of it, I just didn't care. It does have a trans girl lead though, and it does have some people of color and a lot of queer people. But I would put it in my anti list because I didn't love it. I didn't love it. But if you like the lesbian vampire genre, just check it out. Like, just check it out if you have time. And then with books. So I've been reading a lot of queer writers. So I have like 5 recommendations. But if you haven't read The Princess Saves Herself in this one, I suggest you go to your local library or you go on Thrift Books or you go on your Kindle and you read it because it was one of the best poetry books I've ever read in general. And I love it. And then my next recommendation, I don't think that the author Jamaica Kincaid is queer, but her books do feature queer characters. I actually just finished reading Lucy a couple days ago, and it was so good. It features a queer Black woman in the 1960s exploring her sexuality and um, works for a rich white couple. She's from the West Indies, and it was really good. I highly recommend it. And then, last but certainly not least, um, influencers or whatever. My favorite queer influencer right now. Um, I don't know if I have one. I don't think I have a absolute favorite. I have a couple favorites. Um, well, Lil Nas X is actually my favorite influencer, even though he's technically not an influencer. He's all over TikTok, and he's like my favorite person to follow right now. Um, but we'll just say Lil Nas X for now because he really is my favorite. And that was it. That was Queer Times with Tehn. So, like I said, I'm going to try to do this once a week because I'm always looking up queer stuff. I love the gay shit. And I love giving my unsolicited opinions. So, yeah. So that will be the end of today's Queer Times with Tehn. And I hope that you have a great day. And as always, stay gay, my little queerlings.